What's up, everyone? Drew, aka Catching Rockets here. I hope y'all had a good day. I had a good day. What's up, Sleazy? Thank you for joining, friends. I appreciate that. What's up? I'm trying to say that name. I'm going to call you Sharma. What's up? Sorry. What's up, Little Mind? What's up, Triple G? How's everyone doing today? Let's look at SPY really quick. I feel like it was a pretty straightforward day. I feel like we kind of nailed nailed this here. So if you didn't recognize, let me see, what is this? 55.29. So this is a peak above and fail. It went above by 1 penny, right? Super close. What's up, Slickmas? What's up, Sal? What's up, Katsu? So this is one of our entries that we talk about, peak above and fail. It was pretty quick, so I would understand if you didn't catch it. But if you didn't, this here, we broke below the first SIG, right? One candle closed below, second candle, third. This is our retest. 100% you should be short here, or inputs. And then, our price target is right around here, which happened very quickly. If you're pushing it, you could target here, which also happened very quickly. But then we said basically not to trade in this area here because it's going to be choppy. It wasn't actually too bad. We chopped a little bit and then sold off more. As far as catching this, the only thing I see for an entry would be the retest here. And this is without our initial balance turned on. It doesn't really change much. Yeah, this retest here gives you another put entry. And if you're in here, this is one level, next level. And then I'm sure you all know, third SIG, 100% you need to be out of the trade at that point, right? I don't really see anything else. Could be wrong, but I was bullish on the day. I was bearish on the day. We talked about this last night. So even I saw this bounce happening, and I'm like, yeah, I'm good. I'm not taking calls. I'm not going long. No reason to. I had already made my money anyway by that point, so life is good. Anyway, I hope you guys binked it. It was a good day. What's up, Oliver? What's up, Robin Hood? What's up, JC? I already looked at AMD. I didn't see anything worth talking about. I do have some banger setups for you guys, though. So let's just say that. Well, Oliver, you were in the live, right, this morning? $80 today? Let me see. No, I don't see an 80%. We have to spend, or wait. Yeah, no. We spent 45 minutes below the previous day value area low, but we didn't get a clean break and retest for our entry for 80% roll. So, no, there's no 80% right now. How do you start live chart? I don't know what you mean. How do you start live charting? Motivate me now. Yeah, well, so I mean, the point is, I wasn't on for very long either, but you saw like we called the top on NQ and ES and absolutely killed it. That's the point. All right. Why why kill? I guess your name is. I chart on TradingView. I don't know about Fidelity, but TradingView is the place to chart. Um, like hands down, barred none. And you can chart in TradingView and trade off of your TradingView charts in Fidelity. But this is the platform that has the tools that you're going to need to chart if you're learning from me. So let's get into the option trades first, and then we'll chart up SPY. All right, let's do this. First one's going to be CVX. Let me turn off the initial balance. Turn on visible range volume profile. This is going to be a swing trade. I would recommend getting contracts at least a week out. Over 155.70, grab calls, and you can close at 157.81. I would suspect it'll only take like a couple of days to play out, but yeah, should be a good one. What's up, Bunny Mark? What's up, Alan? What's up, Ricardo? I chart live every day. And so that's kind of like the class. But then let me see. I'll give you guys a video. What we're charting is volume profile. I don't teach it every day when I chart. But so that's what you would want to learn to understand what I'm looking at when I chart. At least that would be the starting point.
Grow your career with
need to be on footprint charts. It's really not much.
Thank you, Sebastian. I appreciate that. So here's a video covering a lot of the basics. So footprints, market profile, and volume profile. That's the class Shorty did last weekend. And it's not, I should trim that. It says it's 6 hours long. My wife forgot to turn off the video, basically. It shouldn't be more than probably 2 or 3 hours long, I'm guessing. All right. So anyway, that's CVX, swing trade, week out, probably plays out in a couple of days. Next one's going to be HD. HD, quick in and out. And you guys are going to like the next one. This should be a quickie. Over 404.20, grab calls, close or trim at 405.85, and then close at 407.98. Since it sounds like we have a couple new people, what's up, Odyssey? How you doing? The way that you trade this is, let's say you go long here. You're going to figure out where your take profit is. From there, you want to figure out your stop loss. Something like this. And once this level gets hit, if you have more than one contract, you would close one at the first trim. And then from there, your price target becomes the next level. And your stop loss becomes break even. So right here, where you entered the trade, calls above. So basically, if you have more than one contract, you close there or trim there. And if price comes down and does this, your next contract, you get stopped out, break even, you don't lose any money. But if it does, something like this, then you would close your position at the top and you'll make money off of all of the contracts. Okay. And if you only have one contract, your first trim is where you close your contract. All right. Next one. I think you guys are going to love this. It's looking pretty juicy. And I think you guys know I don't use words like that too often. Like, I think in the history of the channel, whenever I say like, oh, this is going to take off or this is going to rocket or life-changing money, something like that, they generally tend to be bangers. And so I'm not going to say life-changing money on this, but it's looking juicy. It's looking very, very juicy. This Tesla, we're looking for over 329 grab calls. First trim is going to be 334 and 25 cents. And second trim 336. Close at 338 and 95 cents. There's a very good chance that price is coming somewhere up here. Probably right about there if you want to do a swing trade. If you're trying to catch all of this, I would get contracts a couple weeks out, but we're probably coming up here. What's up, the Stock Explorer? Tesla's going to rocket again, Oliver. Yep. Oh, and I think I forgot to mention on HD, that's going to be a day trade. For Tesla, if you're taking these levels, it's going to be a day trade. If you're shooting for the stars up here, you're going to want to swing trade this. I would definitely go couple weeks out minimum. Yeah, Sal. I don't use those words very often. So when I do, it's been a handful of times. One was for GME. One was for NVIDIA earnings. One was for this last Tesla run, which I can show you guys. I mean, most of you have seen this, but if we go to extended trading hours on Tesla, this was, I called this out Friday, I think October 24th or whatever. The rip happened Wednesday, October 23rd. Back here I said for earnings, which was on the 23rd. For earnings, Tesla's going to go between 238.47 and 240, which is literally exactly where it went for earnings. And then it chopped sideways a little bit in here. And then my next price target was 260, which we tapped. I mean, it went a little bit higher. We'll call it 262. And rejected down. And then my final price target, which is where I said, this is 100% where you take all of your profits and close. And if you're feeling frisky, you can take puts from here. And so that got tapped. And then if you listened and took puts, you made a bag as well. And of course, it went right back to our earnings level and then ripped again. And then this here is, what's it called? This is our elections news that pumped it the rest of the way. But yeah, this was the last time we called out Tesla. So we literally called the move, the next move, the move after, and the sell-off. And then now we're calling this. Okay. What's up, Timothy? How you doing? Hot knife through butter. My girl Nora. Sorry, making crazy noise. Oh, that's sick, Blue Gotti. Well done. My levels should be good. I mean, I can turn myself up a little bit, probably. Give me a second. I don't want to go too crazy on this. Test, 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 test. Yeah, that's all the way up. Wait, did my mic get turned? Maybe. This is as loud as it's going to get. How old do you have to be to use TradingView? I don't think there's an age. You just get it. My levels are probably insane right now. Let me try this. All right. That's going to be it. I'm going to... I think, like, yeah, my gain is, like, maxing out. So. All right. Let's chart up SPY really quick. I think nothing on this channel happens really quick, but it's all good. First, let's delete some stuff. Way too much stuff to delete. I think that's it. Oh, snap. I didn't even notice that. We bounced right off the TPO POC. That's sick. Very, very nice. Very nice. What's up, Dwayne? How you doing? All right. Let's turn on our session volume profile. For the new people, you use value area volume 68, row size 100. This is the indicator. Under style, check value area high, value area low, POC. And this is going to give us our previous day levels. So you would draw like this, and you do this on the 30-minute time frame. And if you're completely new to TradingView, I'm just using this here. Horizontal ray. You can label it whatever you want. So like these are labeled previous day value area high, previous day POC, previous day value area low. Color it whatever you want, whatever works for your chart. From here, we are going to draw our SIGs as we have 3 days overlapping. So first candle of the first day, last candle of the last day. And then we're going to turn off session volume profile. And same settings, value area volume 68, row size 100. Now we change our value area volume to 95. That gives us our second SIGs. And now we go value area volume 99. I don't, my mic is like low. It's weird. I don't know why. Nothing else has changed about my setup. And value volume 99 gives us our third SIGs. I wonder, is my levels not turned down here? That's weird. So there's our SIGs. Today was kind of as far as, price was pretty choppy in the morning. I think because we have CPI tomorrow, right? Let's just check our news really quick. Let me share this link for anybody that doesn't have it. You want to check this every day. What's up, Jack Spade? Nice. Well done. What's up, Scary Hours? Yeah, CPI tomorrow morning. This is going to be crazy. Core CPI month over month, CPI month over month, CPI year over year. Kachakari speaks, Logan, Musaliam, I don't know their name, Schmidt. This for sure is going to create some volatility in the market. So I think that's what we're waiting for. It's all going to be based on news. Don't like it. All right, let's look at our TPOs. We don't have a spike, right? Bro, can you stop clicking on raise, please? Thank you. Yeah, no spike. All right, single prints at the top. Single prints at the bottom. And then you guys know what to do, right? You know what to do tomorrow. Should know what to do tomorrow. If we come here, you want to slap puts. And you can do this pretty tight. Meaning you can put your stop loss right above the previous week value area high. Because if we break through that, we're probably going to be trending up. Of course, first and second SIG, second and third SIG is going to be hard to break, but this is the area where you want to be in puts, and they shouldn't go over previous week value area high. As far as below, this area is pretty stacked here for calls. We've been covering Wykill. We've been covering options for tomorrow. We covered CVX, Home Depot, and Tesla. If you're looking for an actual, hang on, let me just finish SPY and then I'll talk about what I think you're asking me. If we don't get a bounce here, then watch for a bounce down here. All right, so everybody should be clear on SPY. You don't need to apologize, Wykill. I just think I know what you're getting at, and you're not going to get that on my channel, basically. and I'm not saying that with negative connotation. I'll explain to you what I'm referring to. So, like, we talked about CVX, right? Um, I said swing trade over 155 and 70 cents, and you would close at 157.81. I said to grab contracts 1 week out. So the only thing you need to do to take this play is go look at the option contracts a week from now and figure out like which one would be the best to grab, so that when you come to 157 and 81 cents, your contract is in the money. So like, let's just say they have 157 calls. That's probably the strike price that you want to grab a week out. The reason I don't give specific contracts and specific, or well, let's just say the reason I don't give specific contracts is the way that I'm doing this right now. Nobody can hit me up and be like, "Hey, you're trying to manipulate the market. You're trying to, whatever, with 5,000 followers, get the market to move in the direction you want it to move." And so basically, I don't want the SEC coming after me and arresting me and trying to put me in jail for trying to manipulate the stock market based on my followers. CVX, this is a swing trade 1 week out. And so the way that I'm doing it, I mean, first of all, I don't even trade options. So the only reason I would like be benefiting by trying to manipulate the stock market is if I was taking the trades myself and, trying to get like a bunch of people on board to like help push it in the direction I want it to go. I don't take option trades, so they wouldn't be able to get me on that anyway because I'm not trading it. So I have no ulterior motive for trying to like get a bunch of people to move in one direction in the stock market. I'm a futures trader. I just do this to try to help people out based on what I'm seeing on charts. And then by not giving a specific play, like not giving a specific strike price for a specific expiration, then I feel like I'm putting myself at even less risk, because if I was really trying to move the market, I would give a specific strike price and I would give a specific date. And that way, well, the SEC is welcome to join because they're not going to find anything. But, like if I was giving a specific date and a specific strike price, then there is a chance of seeing like some unusual option activity on whatever, CVX or HD or Tesla, to cause like more retail to pile in or whatever. But again, I have nothing to gain if that happens. So that's not what I'm trying to do here. I'm just trying to help people out. You guys pick your own strike prices, pick your own expiration dates, all that stuff. We'll just go over it again really quickly. HD, this is day trade. We're looking for calls over 404 and 20 cents. First trim 405.85. Close at 407.98. And then the juicy banger of the lot is going to be Tesla. On Tesla, we're looking for calls over 329. And just in case I wasn't clear about this, basically the second price crosses 329, you would grab calls. First trim, $334.25. Second trim, $336. Close your calls at $338.95. This is going to be a day trade. If you want to shoot for the stars, this is probably where they're bringing price eventually. Grab contracts a couple of weeks out. They should tap 360. Okay. Hopefully everybody already knows what to do on SPY. Anybody have any questions? This could end up being one of our shorter videos. Oh, shoot. Yeah. I'm going to grab some water and see if you guys have any questions before I end it here. Oh yeah, White Quill. I mean, that's what this YouTube channel is all about, is education, teaching, trying to help people get better, trying to help people, find some good trades, good setups. That's what we do here. So, of course, I'll explain it. No worries, Triple G. No worries, Slickamus. No worries, Stock Explorer. How do I feel about Disney? Oh, man. "24-hour stream party." Yeah, so White Quill, no, I'm not taking a request M card. The So the issue with what you're saying is, and you might not believe me, but what happens with a lot of people, and maybe other people in the chat can chime in and agree or disagree, but when people first start trading, they tend to have like a decent run when they first start out, and then it just seems like you can't lose. And then you run around and you tell all of your family and friends, like, oh my gosh, this is such easy money. You've got to do this. It's amazing. Like, you can't lose. It's a money tree, cash cow, whatever you want to call it. And then you get a couple losses. And then the next time you see like a setup that you would have took before, you hesitate because you got a couple losses. And then you miss the trade that you would have taken and it would have worked out. And then since you missed it, you FOMO and you hop into a play that there is no setup, because you think you can't miss. And then the market humbles you and you take another loss. And then in one day, you'll take enough losses that everything that you made plus more, you will lose in one day. So like 2 weeks of profits, they'll all be washed away in one day. Just boom, gone. If you're lucky, you just lose a little bit more than what you made. If you're unlucky, you blow your entire account. Yeah. Hopefully your friend that's been trading for 3 years walks on water, because yeah, I mean, White Kill, that's the right attitude. It is all about learning, and yeah, you can't quit, because when you feel like quitting is generally when you're on the cusp of like breaking through and doing better. But the issue is I talked about this, I think, on Saturday. So like, the best way I can put this into perspective is, if I wanted to become a pilot, I don't go to an airport and be like, hey, give me a plane, I want to learn how to fly. And then I don't hop in the cockpit and be like, oh, just show me how to turn this thing on and I got the rest. Like, what buttons do I push to get this thing going? And then I'll figure it out. And then I try to fly the plane, thinking like, oh, it's cool, this is easy, I got this. No, if I want to be a pilot, I go to school. There's a ton of reading, there's a ton of education. And then after I've done all the reading and all of the education and I've passed tests, at that point, then I get to go and fly with a flight instructor. And they're going to take off and get the plane up in the sky and then let me take over and fly the plane a little bit. And then they're going to take over and land it. And then after a bit, they're going to let me take off and land and everything else. And after hours and hours and hours in the cockpit with an instructor, looking over my shoulder, making sure I'm doing everything correctly, Then finally, I will get my license saying that I'm able to fly a plane. And you want to look at the stock market kind of the same way, which is you don't just run in, hop in the pilot seat, and think that you know how to fly the plane, because you don't. And when I say this, I'm not trying to insult your friend that's been trading for 3 years. I guarantee you he doesn't know how to fly the plane either. I'm very happy that he made $800 on Mara yesterday. The last whatever week, ever since elections, has been like a total bull market, and you can literally just buy calls on anything and you're going to make money. But that's not normally how the stock market works. So if you're very serious about this, like really, really focus on educating yourself. And if you're really serious about it, in the description of this video, there's going to be 3 books. Actually, since you're new, there's 4 books you want to read. One is the first one that you want to read as a new person is going to be Getting Started in Technical Analysis by Jack D. Swagger. After you read that, the order doesn't matter, but you're going to want to read Trading in the Zone by Mark Douglas, Volume Profile by Trader Dale, and Volume Price Analysis by Anna Cooling. After you've read those books, you'll start to have like a good understanding of the stock market. And if this is something that you're very serious about, then I highly recommend that you keep coming back to this YouTube channel, because all we do is focus on education and trying to help people grow and get better as far as traders. And the class that I linked earlier, you're actually being taught by a market maker. Like, you're being taught by a market maker. And I'm repeating that because I don't think people understand how insane that is to have access to education about the stock market from a market maker. Like, it's absolutely insane. So that's the advice I would give you. Whether or not you take it, that's up to you. But yeah, all good, White Kill. I really hope that you take what I'm saying like to heart and grab those books and kind of slow down on the trading and focus on learning first, and then come back. And when I say come back, like, you want to watch the charts every day. The more time that you can get screen time watching candles moving and whatever else, the better. But I would hold off on trading until you really have a good system down. And we do teach a really good system in this YouTube. Okay. But it's a ton of information. It's like tons and tons of information that you have to take in. Gigi, what is Shorty's mentality when trading, or mine? I don't know Shorty's mentality. What's my mentality? It's what's the best way to say this? Like, I probably just relaxed, like indifferent. I'm trying to yeah, relaxed and indifferent. When I take a trade, I know there's a chance that I lose, and I know that there's a chance that I win. And I understand that I'm just playing probabilities. And as long as I follow my system, like, I'm going to be profitable. But within that profitability, I'm going to take losses, and that's just part of trading. So generally, just, I'm very relaxed and like open to whatever happens. If I'm feeling any other kind of way, like, let's just say I wake up in the morning and I'm feeling extremely tired, or I wake up in the morning and I feel off, like I feel slightly sick, or I wake up in the morning and I have like this feeling in my gut that it's not going to be a good day, I just don't trade. Like, I listen to my body. And that's actually one of the first things when I do when I wake up in the morning is I check in with myself. Like, how am I feeling today? Do I feel like trading today? Because that's an important question. Generally, the answer is always yes, but every once in a while, I would say like maybe once a month, I just don't have the desire to trade, and I won't trade. Whatever that is, like something's feeling slightly off, whatever, had an argument with my wife. That doesn't happen very often, but just as an example, or whatever, I fell down the stairs, just something, like something that's affecting your mood negatively, then I just won't trade. Like if I'm not feeling it 100% mentally, then I'm just not going to trade. And that's it. But I think just my general attitude approaching the market is humility, trying to be humble, wait patiently for my setups. And when I see them, I don't hesitate. I pounce. The people that like watch me trade live, I mean, I've traded live on YouTube a lot of times. The videos are still there. You can go back and watch them. Like, it should relate. Like, you should be able to kind of sense where I'm coming from. It's just very calm and easy. And like, what's it called? I don't know if he's still in here, but Oliver Estates, like, he saw me trading live this morning. It's just very like calm and easygoing. Like I don't, I'll basically just be like watching this level for puts, or since I'm a futures trader, I'm watching this level for shorts. And when we get to the level, I'm like, all right, I'm short. Like that's it. Like, and then I'll generally say like, I'm targeting this level to close my position. And it just is what it is. Like it's very calm, easygoing. If it works out, great. Of course, it's better if it works out, but if it doesn't, it's okay. Because as long as you have a good system, and as long as you're using a minimum 1 risk 2 reward every trade, like you can't really go wrong, unless you start doing stupid, dumb crap. Like that's where people get messed up on trading. Is they take a loss and then they start chasing it. Which is why the 1 trade a day is so important. The goal is like, if you take 1 trade, and I'm sure a lot of people will be able to relate to what I'm about to say. If you take 1 trade and you take a loss, and then you're looking for the next trade with the mindset of, let me make back what I lost. You're chasing. You're literally chasing the next play because you're not focused on the trade. You're focused on making back what you lost. So if you just do 1 trade a day, the whole purpose is the next day when you come back, your mind should be fresh, and it shouldn't be like, oh, let me make back what I lost yesterday. It should just be, let me look for a good setup. Let me take a trade. If it works out, great. If it doesn't, whatever, it's okay. And you just come back each day with that same mindset. And the longer you do that, yeah, it's revenge trading. The longer that you come back, like with a clear level head the next day, like you'll start to see that you get more wins than you do losses, based on that 1 trade a day. If you guys need me to pop some actual results up on the screen, and this is not pre-planned, I'm going to go pull up somebody's random log in Shorty's Discord. I'm looking for the profit section. I never really look in there. And let's see what we can find. Here we go. This would be a perfect example. The person said 48 trades, 1 trade per day. And then they're acknowledging that they're not trusting their levels basically, and they're closing their trades early. But so you can see they're doing 1 trade a day each day, 3 losses, 2 wins, and they're still profitable. So they lost more days than they did win, and they still made money. Same thing here. 3 losses, 2 wins, profitable. 4 wins, 1 loss, nice profit. 3 wins, 2 losses, decent profit, right? So they're up like roughly, I don't know, $800, $900 for 4 weeks, which is not bad at all. And then this is somebody that's learning and growing, right? So that's a very good result. Let me look for another one. I think a lot of people that I might see haven't been trading very much with all of the news-based stuff. Here's another good one. This person, one trade a day. I don't know their reasoning for skipping days. Maybe it's their work, or maybe it's just days where they're not feeling it. But you can see here just two trades. They made almost $400. Good profit on the week. This week they traded 3 days, made $520. They cheated here and they took 2 trades. The one day where, and this is exactly what I was talking about, like when you start chasing, so they took a loss, took another trade, took a loss, took another trade, took a loss, took another trade, took a loss, and got like a massive loss that wiped out their last 2 weeks of trading. The next day, they made it all back, just about $30 short. One trade. But like all of this, you can see where they're actually being disciplined, they're doing good, and where they're not being disciplined, they're doing horrible. And then still managed to turn a profit on the week. Here, same thing, right? They did good with their one trade. It looks like this day, probably their first trade was a loser, second trade was a loser, third trade was a winner. They took a loss and didn't have a great week. Made $1,200 for their 4 weeks. This is from Shorty's Discord, yes. Let me see if there's any other ones. A lot of people just post like day to day, so it's a little bit harder to show. Here's a good one. One trade a day. Using proper risk to reward. So they took 3 losses, took 1 win, still made almost $300 for the week on 1 win. I'm looking for like other people that I can show right now. Well, so this is that same person I just showed. It's just a different week. Win. Made just shy of $1,200 for the week. 4 trades only, right? One trade a day is the way to go. I don't know how else to show you guys. Yeah. My accountability group might be, let me see. This is one of the people in my accountability group. They're not showing their P&L. I mean, you could figure it out. You could do math, but they're doing 1 trade a day. They took a loss. So this is their actual journal, like writing out what they're doing. Their next day, they took a win. This is the quantity of contracts. So 3, 2, 2. They won the next day, won the next day. Took an L, win, L. I don't know what this is because it's incomplete. Win, loss, win. And you can see this is not more than 1 trade a day. And this, to explain what this is, for people in Shorty's Discord, I have like an accountability group where everybody in that group is required to take only 1 trade a day. They're required to journal every single trade, and they're required to, plan their trades when the market's closed. So basically, just like we just did on SPY, where we figured out short here, calls here, whatever, blah, 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 blah. When the market's closed, they need to post screenshots of the trade setups that they're looking for, and those are the trades that they take the next day. They are allowed. So let's say like something happens and I wasn't really looking for calls down at the single prints, but let's just say price breaks through, right? And I'm getting my 3 5-minute candles. Right now I have 2 5-minute candles closed above. So at this point, I basically have 5 minutes, to plan my entry, my stop loss, my take profit, yada, yada, yada. And so they're allowed to do this, take a screenshot, put it into the chat, and now they're allowed to take this trade because it's actually planned, right? Like they took the time to plan it, figure out their entry, and it's not a YOLO, it's not a rush. This is based on waiting for a setup to come to you. But so as long as they put a screenshot in the chat, they can take the trade. But preferably you want to find the setups when the market's closed, but it's not a must. But I don't want to reveal too much of anybody's. I mean, nobody knows who this is other than themselves if they happen to be watching. But this person, when I actually know this person in person. He trains at the same gym as my son, and when I met him, he had gotten in kind of on the craze, like following influencers or whatever, lost a bunch of money, didn't really think that, being profitable in the stock market was possible. Didn't really think that, why is my mic like, this is annoying. Sorry. Okay. Didn't really think that technical analysis and that stuff worked. And I don't really remember how we got into it because I don't really talk about trading very much in my day-to-day life. It's just not worth it. Like a lot of times the second I talk about trading, and when I say this, Wykill, I'm not trying to like call you out or anything, but I'll have somebody like, oh yeah, I've been trading for 3 years and I made $800 yesterday. I'm like, oh, that's cool. But like, what's your actual P&L for the last 3 years? Like, are you net green or net red? Because I don't care about yesterday. I care about the whole big picture, right? I never really say that, but like when somebody just tells you about the last day, you kind of can figure out where they are as a trader. That's awesome. That's good. 3,400 is nothing to joke about. That's good. So sounds like he's doing decent. So maybe he does have a decent idea of what he's doing, and that's great. And again, I'm not using him like specifically as an example. I'm just saying in my general day-to-day life, anytime I talk about it, it's kind of hard to convey to people like who you are as a trader. So I just generally don't talk about it. Like it's just not worth getting into this deep discussion because then it almost feels like it becomes like a pissing match of who's better, and I don't really have anything to prove, and like I'm not trying to get into a pissing match with somebody. So anyway, long story short, I don't know how we started talking about it, but we did. And he started listening to everything that I said, like to a T. And when he first started, there's one thing he didn't listen to, which was I was like, read these books. We're going to, we'll meet up and I'll teach you how to trade a little bit. And we had a plan, and the plan didn't involve him starting to trade. And I didn't tell him not to trade, but I didn't tell him to start trading either. And I didn't want him to start trading, but he started trading on his own, and I can't really fault him because I didn't say don't trade. And then the thing was he was like just way too aggressive. He was over trading, revenge trading, FOMOing, YOLOing, like all of it. And lost some money in the beginning. And I had to reel him back in and be like, yo, slow down. 1 trade a day, 6 months. Plan your trades the night before, journal every trade. And ever since he started doing that, I don't talk to him on, like a day-to-day basis or whatever. But the last time I asked him about his trading, and this was months ago, I think like 3 or 4 months ago, he had withdrawn $9,000. So he was up 9K. And this is in under a year, and it's of just listening to exactly what I'm telling you guys. There's nothing different, right? I don't share special stuff with certain people and keep it from you guys and whatever else. Like, this is literally just him listening to exactly the same things that I'm telling you guys. And so that one trade a day and getting that discipline established is so important, because once you hit the 6-month mark of one trade a day, you just become absolutely deadly, and you can take as many trades as you want. And at that point, like, you start making thousands every day, like it's nothing. Becomes very, very, very powerful once you've completed the 6 months. And that's, again, as long as you're following all of the steps, you'll see like insane results when you get to like the 6-month mark of one trade a day. So anyway, that's his journal. I should pop this up. Like I said, I haven't spoke with him, specifically about P&L or whatever in like 3 or 4 months. I don't need to. This is already speaking volumes, right? 4 losses, 14 wins. He's absolutely banking, right? I'm not a swing trader. If you're asking about me personally, Maylove, I don't trade options. I don't swing trade, and I don't trade leaps. I'll call stuff out for other people to trade, but that's just not how I trade. I'm a futures day trader. I'm in and out of my trades in seconds. I don't stay in my trades long. So I don't think I can show my trades from today. I might be able to, because wait, the market already opened, right, for futures? Yeah, I'm not going to be able to show them because it's already going to be gone. But yeah, I think the trade I was in today lasted like 3 minutes, if that. So that's the type of trader I am. I make good money in minutes and sometimes seconds, and then I get up and I walk away from the screen. The whole purpose for me for trading is to create freedom, to create free time, to create time with my family, to create time with my wife, create time with my kids, whatever it is. So basically, when I trade, my whole goal is to get in, get out, and be done and walk away for the day. Futures, I happen to have a video on that. I'll give it to you. It's really like anybody that's trading, day trading, you should be trading futures. You shouldn't be trading options. Futures are kind of designed for day traders. You have better, what's it called? You have better asset when the future contract expires. English, that would be great. There's better tax breaks on futures, and there's no wash sale rules. There's no pattern day trader rules. So futures is the place to be as a day trader. No, I enter at single prints. I don't wait for a retest on single prints. You generally don't get one. Yeah, I don't have an example for you, but you just generally don't get a retest of single prints. Like, yeah, I don't have an example right now, but yeah. Kind of just get in when they get tapped, basically. You do want to see how price reacts when you get there. More importantly, Slickmas, is you need to get off of Robinhood. That's just what that is. Yeah, they don't have futures on Robinhood. No. All right. Yeah, I don't know anything about Mumu, so I couldn't tell you. My big thing when you're looking for a broker, you want a broker that charges a fee and doesn't sell your order flow. So let me see. Um, so this should make sense. Where actually, I don't think this is what I'm looking for. 1 second. Okay. So this is banned in Europe starting in 2026. Um, and there's a reason it's banned. It's absolutely horrible. So Robinhood does this. Webull, I'm pretty sure, does this as well. Actually, like I'm 99% positive they do it. And what it is when you place your order, it's a conflict of interest between your broker and market makers, basically. The brokers are incentivized to route orders to the market maker that pays them the most rather than the one that might provide the best execution for your trade. So let's just say like you hit market at $100 and they fill you at 110. They just made $10 off of you. And that might not sound huge, but let's say I'm BlackRock and I offer Robinhood $1 for every order they send to me. And you hit market at 100, they send it to me, I fill you at 110, and this happens in milliseconds, like it's really fast. And then I just made $9 off that one trade, and Robinhood made $1. Where if you trade on a real broker, like your fees are probably right around 35 cents. So you think you're saving money by going with a broker that doesn't charge fees, but it's actually costing you way more. So that same trade would cost me 35 cents to enter. It just cost you $10. And then when you go to sell your contract, they do the same thing. You hit market sell. They send it over to their the market maker that's going to pay them the most. You get slapped with a $10 spread. Robinhood makes $1, and the market makers make 9 or whatever it is. I'm just making up numbers, but that's basically what's happening. And so just like it says right here, this can potentially lead to worse execution prices. And that's if you're lucky, right? You'll hear a lot of people on like whatever in Discords like, oh, like my order didn't get filled, whatever, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, it's because you hit sell and because you're hitting like ask or bid or whatever, and it goes to some crappy market maker and they don't fill you because price dumps or whatever and goes away from where you were trying to get filled. Whereas if you were using like a reputable broker, there's a good chance that you would have got filled on your trade. So these people, any broker that's using pay for order flow, you want to stay away from and treat them like they have herpesiphylades, and they're trying to give it to you with their big raw thingamajigger bopper. They're trying to inject you with it. So run away from them. There's no secret that I absolutely despise Robinhood. I think they're the absolute scum of brokers. Like, they're absolutely trash. And anytime that I do this, I know they just came out with like a bunch of news that made them like um, get a little bounce. But when I look at this here, oh, it just makes me so happy. Because where they belong is down here somewhere, which would mean that they're bankrupt and out of business. But yeah, anybody that, removes buy buttons or whatever to line their pockets and market makers' pockets and absolutely screws all of the retail traders and then makes up an excuse that they didn't have enough liquidity or whatever that BS excuse was, they can literally suck a fat one, and they should lose all of their customers. And you guys are the customers that are, helping them do crap like this. They need to be down here. So if you trade on Robinhood, you're part of the problem, just so that you know. They need to go bankrupt and die and then curl up and shrivel up in a ball. And then eventually those people that screwed everybody over, they need to go answer to their maker. And I'm dead serious when I say that. Like, I'm not like just speaking words. Like, they need to go stand before their maker and answer for the horrible things that they've done. So that's my little rant on why you want to find yourself a good broker that's not trying to, make more money on your orders. Like, at least if it's upfront, like, hey, every business needs to make money, right? So as a broker, they need to be making money. Sorry, my baby's like literally screaming. They need to make money as a business, right? And so the way that they make money is through filling orders. But they tell you up front, hey, like, each side, when you buy, it's 35 cents. When you sell, it's 35 cents. And it's clear cut. And those brokers are routing your orders to the market makers that's going to give you the best fill. And they're not trying to route it to somebody that's going to give them a kickback, because that's really shady. And, it's just not good business practice. Like, that's kind of like me. Like, if I had a referral service for surgeons and you come to me and you're like, hey, I need a knee surgery, and I have this really good doctor that does amazing work and his patients recover really fast and whatever. But he doesn't give me a kickback. And then there's another doctor that, like, 1 in 3 of his patients never walk again. But every referral I give him, he gives me $5,000, and I send you to him like, oh, this guy's amazing. He's going to take care of you, blah, 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 blah. It's the same concept. Like, it's like literally the same. Yeah, they float money. Yeah. Yep. What brokers do I suggest? That's a really loaded question. It depends if you're trading on a cell phone, if you're trading on a Windows-based computer, if you're trading on a Mac. All of those things matter. If you're trading options, if you're trading futures, like, all of that matters. As far as like cell phone based for options, I don't know. Cell phone based for futures, I would go with Tradeovate. They have a flat rate. I think it's 35 cents on each side. If you're trading on a PC, a Windows-based PC, or actually, if you're trading on a Mac, you can also go with Tradeovate for futures. If you're trading on a Windows-based PC and you want to trade options, then I would recommend like Thinkorswim through Charles Schwab. Or if you're looking to trade futures, you can go with TradeStation. Or no, not TradeStation. What is it? Is it TradeStation? Let me see. Yeah, TradeStation. But actually, realistically, like, if you're trading futures, AMP, you would have to use this actual link but AMP futures with the free Quantower, it's like normally, I don't think it's $100 a month. It's $70 a month for Quantower, and they give it to you for free. So this is a good broker to go with if you're wanting to trade futures and you're on, what's it called? You're on a Windows-based computer. You want to trade with Quantower, in my opinion. It's like the most powerful software out there. And these guys will give it to you for free. But otherwise, I would recommend just watching this video. I think this video, I talk about futures. I talk about what brokers to use, what software, and it all depends on if you're, I'm pretty sure may love that Webull sells order flow, but we can Google it. Yeah, they do. So that answers your question right there. They are not good for trading on. Thank you, Slickmus. Yeah, so watch the video on futures. I talk about what brokers to use. And really, like, frankly, any of you guys that are traders, there's literally no reason to not be trading futures. And there's a lot of reasons to not trade options. Just theta alone is a reason to not trade options. Futures don't have theta decay. It's also way better for taxes and a lot of other things. Okay. I think that's going to do it. I don't see any other questions. I think I've answered everybody. Artemis, Mumu, I have no idea. You know, you can just Google this stuff. I'm sure they do. Most of these people, Mumu itself doesn't receive pay for order flow, but their clearing center receives payment for order flow. So yes. Yeah, so most places that, you know, if you look at it, like if you look at, let's just say influencers, right? They're all promoting Robinhood, Webull, Mumu, and it's because all of those platforms give them a kickback. And the way that all of those platforms are able to give people kickbacks is because they're selling order flow and making money hand over foot off of you guys placing orders. And they're making a ton of money selling your order flow. These people have reached out to me asking me to promote them on my channel, and I barely read the email. We'll just say that. I'm not about that. Like, I think you guys already know that. I've had a lot of like, and when I say this, like, it might not make sense, but to me, selling order flow is scummy. And so I've had a lot of like scummy companies reach out to me offering me money to promote them. And actually, like, all of the things that I do promote, I don't get paid for. So like, what's it called? TradingView. I promote the hell out of TradingView, and I can show you, like, I do have like a referral thing. This is how much I've earned in the lifetime of TradingView. And I mean, we're talking like years of talking about TradingView, right? Like literally years I've been talking about using TradingView on YouTube. What else? I talk about Top Step. I get absolutely no referral from Top Step. I've just a lot of things. AMP, Like we just talked about AMP with Quantower. I don't get a kickback from AMP or Quantower. Like, so pretty much all of the things that I talk about. So like this refer a friend thing, like this is available for anybody. Like anybody that has a TradingView account can refer their friend and get a kickback, just like you can with Webull or whatever. But like I don't have a partnership with TradingView. I don't have a partnership with any. I think yeah, I don't have a partnership with anybody. So anything that I promote, it's because I believe in them as a company. Oh, Disney, I'm not going to do like a full look at Disney, but right now, I would be selling this. This is where you close. If they happen to break over this, actually that's even ugly, frankly, because right above you have this high volume node here. You know, like you can just do what I taught you guys yesterday, which is draw from the top to the bottom kind of thing. Like if you're looking for puts, where do you get in? Right? And if that didn't work, then this is your next high volume node. And then this is your next level way up here. I don't know, like right now. So when I'm talking about Disney, I'm talking from like more of a longer term. I don't know anything about Optimus. Sorry. I don't know anything about, or like I'm not looking at this on like a short term basis. But if I was already in Disney, I would be closing here. I'm not a big fan of Disney as far as like, I mean, they're not bad as a company. But where my mindset is right now is like, the economy's pretty trash. And if there's one person that might be able to dig us out, it's Donald Trump. And I don't want to make this channel about politics, either supporting or not supporting. But I think he's such a strong businessman. He might be the one person that's able to dig us out of the hole that we're in, but I don't even think that it's possible. But he has the bigger chance out of anybody, which is probably why him being elected caused the stock market to actually, just absolutely, go full Richter scale up. But it still just isn't realistic. Like if you look at our debt, national debt right now, it's at all-time highs. Defaults on credit card payments, all-time highs. Like people can't even afford to like pay their bills, pay their credit card bills, pay their car payments. I think like defaults on car loans are at all-time highs. Housing prices are all-time highs. Interest rates are through the roof on houses. Like it's very expensive to live right now, and the economy needs a reset. And if we have, like a recession or even worse, a depression, you want to be thinking about companies that survive stuff like that. And like Disney probably survives, but their stock price is going to absolutely tank. My mentor uses a good analogy, which is, when interest or when inflation is so high that it costs more and more every time you go to the grocery store, which right now I'm sure everybody's feeling it. Like I go to the grocery store to buy like food for 2 days, and it's like $200 or $300, and I'm like, what the hell? Like, I'm not even buying anything crazy, and it's like I bought 3 days worth of meals, and I just spent $300. Um, and with something like that, it's like the analogy my mentor uses is like when you're hungry, iPhones don't taste good. And then you can use that same analogy for Disney. Like when you're hungry, I mean, like Disney's got their hand in a lot of things, but nobody's going to Disney theme parks, and nobody's going to, like to a Disney movie in the movie theaters or whatever it is. Like, people are trying to survive and have money for food and gas and things that are necessities and not luxuries. And so, for that reason, I'm not a fan of Disney right now. So I would be closing here. And then Bitcoin, I told my friend to close. What are these arrows? I told my friend to close her position right around here somewhere. I don't remember the exact price, but she got out last night. Where a lot of people are still talking about buying. Yeah, iPhones don't taste good. All right. That's going to do it, everybody. I thought we were going to get away with like a half-hour long stream, and here we are an hour and 20 minutes later. But it's good. Like, anytime that we can talk things over and learn and grow is great. So I think that's going to do it. To everybody that subscribes, much love, much appreciation. All the people chatting, interacting, I appreciate you guys. Friends of the stream, extra love to you guys. I appreciate the support. If you're new to the stream and you enjoyed it, please hit that sub button. We're all about education, teaching, trying to help people grow and get better. And my mentor Shorty is going to be live in 2 hours, so 9 p.m. Eastern. He'll be going over futures for tomorrow, giving us a market update for tomorrow. And that's going to do it, everybody. With that said, much love, much respect. Peace out, y'all. Y'all have a